It's a rainy day today. Rainy day. But it don't matter, 'cause we're gonna be inside. It's a rainy day today. Lucky for you, we're gonna be inside. I'm gonna sing you some songs because I like to sing. I may not have been the gift of singing, but it don't matter 'cause I love it. And with a little auto-tune, it could sound real smooth. Today is the day where we get up and insulate. Welcome back to the cabin, everybody. It's a rain day, but it's okay because it's an insulation day. And honestly, I kind of want to see how the gutter's working. We've not seen it work in person. Some people speculated that it would be shooting over the side of the gutter because of the steepness and the lowness of the gutter install. Everything with a grain of salt. I believe everybody just a little bit until proven otherwise. I'm on the edge of glory. Slippery? Are you slippery? Are you slippery? Are you slippery? Oh, oh, oh! Rockwool, mineral wool, made of rock, made of minerals, creme de la creme, kind of expensive, but it should pay off in dividends. Hello, beautiful. Woo. Oh my goodness, my camera equipment. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize it'd be so wet. Hey, looks like the gutter's working, I think. So we got a little bit of cleanup to do. There's definitely things just sitting in the walls, on the floor, pretty much everywhere, because as you may or may not know, I'm a 35-year-old man and I have a hard time cleaning up after myself. So let's get to cleaning and then slapping some of this Rockwool. I actually totally forgot to mention, we're going to do wire first. We're not going to run a ton of outlets. I mean, technically by code. And this thing isn't technically being permitted, okay? So just don't worry about it. It's under 256 square feet, which is the regulation in my area. Anything below that or that technically does not require a permit. But if you decide to get electric in your building, it requires insulation, it requires inspection, and it requires approval. Okay? And if you whisper, the government can't hear you. All right, so whenever you do a project like this, the easiest thing to do is to move it out of the way to the side that you're not installing it on. Install your insulation or whatever you're doing in the side in which the stuff is in the way of. And then when you do the other side, you do the exact same opposite and move it back to where it's not in your way, okay? So we gotta make room because this is our easiest wall to, that's actually technically our easiest wall to insulate, but we're gonna start on this wall, shift things out of the way, and while doing so, maybe we can figure out some things to get rid of. But that's a nice piece of scrap wood, and I'm not sure what we're gonna use it for, but we will use it, so we're gonna keep it. 256 square feet is considered a shed. So for those of you watching that work for the government, this is a shed, okay? Some people might call it a cabin, but technically this is a shed. It's 256 square feet. This loft, no one's gonna be sleeping up there. It's gonna be for storage only. Thank goodness for me, I have filmed absolutely everything and we got photos of everything. So if someone was to require some sort of, you know, imagery or video proof that I did things in a not so sketchy way, I have that, okay? I might delete some files. This is just a little fun fact, okay? We're in the Commonwealth. Things are wealthy, but not so common. What I'll most likely use a lot of this stuff for, because they're just random scraps, but they're nice, is shim for my window trim. Because sometimes, you know, you want to shim it out to kind of, especially that window wall, I'm going to have to shim out my trim so it matches things, especially around those custom windows I did, because they're different widths and heights. And anyhow, shims are what we're going to use a lot of this for. We're not sure what we're going to do with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this stuff out like we're already doing. And we're going to run just a couple outlets. Again, we'll probably end up having to remove some Rockwool when we're totally sure. But I'll put like one plug at the front of the building maybe, or one on either side of the window wall. I don't want to overdo it. I don't need a ton of outlets. But if it was to code, you'd need one every 6 feet in the United States, which is, I mean, I guess it's nice to have, but in a cabin where I'm not going to be using much power, it's kind of trivial. But what we will plan on having is some sort of like electrical panel, probably on the wall, somewhere in here, probably right here. My thought process was I would have my whole electronic system in this corner here, and then have like cabinets or something kind of that it can sit in. That might be the play. Duty calls. I will say, when it's raining out, it's very cozy. I might just sit here for a while. Look out this window. It's totally overcast, but let's see if we can pick up any solar. Because once we kind of know where our electric is going to go, we can get this under the cabin in conduit, which we already picked up, and stop having to do this every single time we come, because it's probably a miracle that I haven't had something chew through these cables. All right, big money. We are pulling in 6 watts. That's like not even enough to charge a cell phone. All right, so we'll eventually move this, but for now we'll just keep it here until we kind of know more about what we're doing. I got 12 gauge, which is the yellow cable, versus the 14 gauge, which is white. It handles more, it's technically safer. It's not necessary, it's a little more expensive, if you were to do like LED lights or low power consumption, but it's just better. That way you're kind of ready for more power if needed. And my Blue Eddy and my EcoFlow and this inverter, well actually this is 15 amp, but most things are capable of 20 amp these days, so that way it's ready to go for 20 amp. But I'll just run my cables wild here, so I can either plug in to my Blue Eddy systems or my plug-in systems, or I can wire up an actual little panel here, little panel box, which I'll probably end up doing anyhow. But what the, is this not a good drill bit anymore? Try this. Is this battery low? What the heck is going on here? Are you serious? I'm gonna possibly regret not bringing my Milwaukee. What the heck? Okay, well this Metabo HPT with a fresh battery is like not doing what I want it to do. I don't know why I brought these instead of my Milwaukee. Okay, let's try the triple hammer. It's much louder than my drill, obviously, but it's working. I don't know why, but that other drill wouldn't even like, has no torque or something. I don't think I've experienced a drill doing such a bad job drilling before. Alright, we're gonna go up here, upstairs here. Okay, well that's drilling all of a sudden. So another thing we gotta keep in mind is there's a good chance our stovepipe, our stove is eventually most likely going to sit right here. It's just going to be a little guy because it's a little space. You know, it would sit away from the wall, probably right in here. The idea is we're going to have like a bunk bed system here so we can fit max amount of sleepers. I'm going to build it, but I think down here would be like a queen size, and up here would be like a twin. You know, single person up here, 2 people down here, small family right there. So why does that matter? Well, because we need at least 60 inches for a queen size bed to fit there, and then a plug beside the bed. I'm sure we'll add one light, but we're not sure. We haven't planned that far ahead. Again, we're not exactly sure what's going on here. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have not planned this out. As you may or may not be able to tell, I am not entirely sure. I'm a visual learner. I have to see it to believe it. The pros of not being a planner is I'm willing to just get after it, regardless. I guess honestly I could probably put like a little power up here actually. Stay out of the way of all my stuff that's gonna happen here maybe. So what are we thinking for wall paneling? We're not gonna do drywall. Ain't no way I'm doing drywall. Tongue and groove. I'm not sure if I'm doing that either. I like to do different things. My first cabin I did tongue and groove. I love it. But guess what? It's like 3 times the cost from when I built, oh no. Oh, from when I built my first cabin. It's literally so expensive. Option C. I'm thinking maple plywood. Similar to my little Acti camper, birch or maple plywood essentially. You have these 4x8 sheet panels. They have the gaps. It looks kind of modern and it just looks, I think it looks awesome. And you really don't need to do anything to it. I might put a coat of like a matte finish on it to protect it a little bit. But it's bright, it looks natural because it is natural. So that's what I'm thinking. I gotta remember, I'm gonna need an electric water pump, most likely. So maybe I'll do set that down here. And it'll be like, you know, make it a GFCI outlet. So if water did splash on it, it would shut off, right? Or it would trip. That's 6 feet. That's 6 feet. Hey, we're in code now. So we're only gonna, I think we only do like 2 circuits, maybe one for outlets, and maybe our loft and lighting will be on a separate circuit as well. Before we do too much more wiring, I mean, we don't have to do too much more, but it actually might be nicer to have some insulation in there so I can stick it in behind the wire. You know what I'm saying? I wanna rock, rock, do 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 do. I wanna rock. You know? Oh, yes, sir, Evolve. Down, down, down. I wanna rock. You know what I could also do is when I'm about to put this in here, like so. Okay, let's do this one here. So if I'm doing that right there, I can find my 16-inch height there, and I can do one of these, rip it a little bit just so it can go around, and then I go here, and then it goes around the cable just like so. And Bob's your uncle. Hey? You like that? Looks pretty good. So we're just gonna run another wire up to the loft. We can run lights and stuff off it too. Doesn't have to. So actually, before we get too excited here, okay. Okay. Hello, Rockwool, my old friend. It's time to install you again. La 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 la. La 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 la. It's the sound of silence. Oh, thank you, J Sauce. That's a good one. I'm not really sure the best way to cut this. Maybe I do one of these bad boys. I don't like that. Kind of like just kind of pick and pluck, you know? Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tapping. Tap, tap, taparoo. Ha! It's beautiful. Love it. Is there such thing as a Rockwool knife? Probably. That looks pretty good. Factory finish. Just gonna tuck you in for a good night's rest. Did anyone decide, those of you who know what Rockwool smells like, what it smells like? Did ya? Did you? 'Cause it smells like something. Like maybe a baked cake? Or a little sweet of some sort. It's got a sweet flavor. Sweet scent. Rockin', rockin' and rollin'. Going to the beats, I'm strolling. Before we keep going, I gotta shout out my buddy's company. Okay? He's not paying me to say any of this. This is just how I feel, okay? My buddy Dylan and his wife, who run a YouTube channel called Wood Brew. Big fan of their channel. If you haven't checked it out, please do. But they've been working very hard on building this all-American brand. Okay, I mean the garment, the cotton, the ink. Dylan himself and his wife are stamping these bad boys into production. and their brand is called Proven Hands. Not only is he making really cool t-shirts, but I'm gonna say his claim to fame are these handmade American leather belts. They're absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I mean, he makes the whole things. I don't even know how he does it all, but he does it. You can go check his channel out, check their Instagram out, Proven Hands. This is the nicest belt I own. I was actually, I didn't even want to bring it up here. I already got chocolate shake on my my t-shirt, but it's a nice rugged t-shirt, very comfortable, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyhow, he sent me a really nice care package, so I just had to give a little shout out. He's a big supporter of my channel, and I want to do the same to his. So please check it out. I'll have a link for his website where you can get this stuff down below. Proven Hands. Please check it out. Father's Day is coming up. So thank you, Dylan, for sending me this beautiful care package. You're going to see me wearing this stuff a lot. So, anyhow. While we look this good, let's make our cabin look good, shall we? We're gonna do this wall because I still gotta add some wiring. So we're gonna clean this wall up so we can get over here and do it. Now, I will say Rockwool seems like it's a little more delicate, you know, like because you don't want it all crumbling apart. The one thing you got to be careful is, I think I got a little carried away with my nails on my lap siding. And I got nails sticking out everywhere. You can hear them. We could probably do plinko in here. I guess we could throw one up there, right? You know, have a little light or a little outlet by the bed, maybe? Is that a good idea? A little shelf for electronics? Pretty good, eh? Because I mean, it's a cabin, right? So nothing, I'm not going to allow anything to be high powered in here. And if it is, we'll make sure to only use one thing at a time. I will probably have to consult with the Godfather Electric before I get too carried away, where he knows best. I am but a wannabe. No point in making the wire bend too much yet. So Rocky here is fire resistant, water repellent, easy fit. Meilleur ajustement, résistant à l'eau, résistant au feu, resistante al fuego, repellente al agua, meilleur ajusto. She is really the best. She's a sweetheart. What else can I say about her? She's just a real good, she's a go-getter. She's She's there when you need her. We're gonna test out the recording studio ability of Rockwool. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? Did you hear the difference? Unique New York. Unique New York. That stuff's sick. Recording studio, here we come. I will say, I probably put my loft up there prematurely. I don't, say that now because I'm like, everything is a little bit more complicated with that loft right there, but whatever. I'm a visual learner. It's amazing that they get this stuff so compressed, eh? I think maybe I store some stuff in the loft. Stuff I don't need right this second. Spend 10-15 minutes doing that. I'll probably save 30 by trying to move around here. The older you get, the smarter you get. Or is it the older you get, the lazier you get? So you try to use your brain and not your brawn, you know? Got tons of brawn left in the tank though. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna build like a little storage shed overhang, you know, something I can park my tractor under maybe and store tools. A lot of people suggested that, and I think it's a great idea. Oh. Still misty. How's that for a thumbnail? If they don't click it, they won't watch it. Okay? Maybe one down here. Can you see me? Apparently this is for the boys. It feels like it's already quieter in here. Not that it was like echoey, but sort of was, you know. Nothing but hard surfaces. Oh. All right, we just have a little bit more to do on this main level. There's really not a whole lot on this window wall, to be honest with you, for obvious reasons. It's nothing but glass, baby. Looks great for a thumbnail, but now it's all in my way. So we'll just try and stack these nicely. So remember, I had to buy a whole pallet worth, so there's no way I'm going to use all of this, but I had to buy it. I was forced. My hand was forced. So we're going to put one plug in the middle here, and then finish putting one plug under that window over there. And that's enough plugs for a cabin. There's plenty of plugs in here. Might be overkill, to be honest with you, but whatever. Oh, yeah. Man, I think I'm gonna have a lot extra. Don't you think? Kind of hard to say, but I feel like I will. I don't know what the best way to do that is. Is that the way? Oh, that works out pretty well. See this little saw here? Bink! That works pretty well. You just gotta keep like a nice pressure on it. And then Yeah. Look at that. We're becoming professionals. Okay. Guys, we just got way better at this. Look at that. It only took me half the job to figure out a better way to cut it. Why do you keep so much scrap wood, Graham? Because you'll never know when I'll need it. You'll just never know. It's always an intense day here, because I've said it 1,000 times, but I try to get as much done as I can while I'm up here, because I only get here once a week. Okay, I sound like a broken record, but it's true. So when I'm here, I'm just like, I'm flying, trying to anyhow. Okay, somewhere in there. Boom. Just like cutting a loaf of sourdough, baby. Let's go. So I cut it. If you guys didn't hear me, maybe I didn't even say it, but I cut it so it sandwiches my wiring. So I don't like having it, I don't want to push my wiring up against my exterior wall. And I don't want to cut it into two pieces, but I do want to allow that wire to get sucked up into that wire, or the insulation. You really want to cut it all the way through. The first time you go through it, it actually gets messier and messier the more you try and mess with it. And then just gently pull it apart. It's like it's falling off the bone. Do your final cut. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't like this cutting technique. Did I invent it? Am I the inventor of this new found Rockwool cutting technique? Did I invent it? I'm just gonna finish this little spot in here. Reason being, I totally forgot about lighting. And this would be where I'd put a light switch right here. So, I gotta think about it. And I'd appreciate your insight and input. And if you have a link to the lighting I should do, let me know. I want it to be low key, not that many, because really the only time you'd ever really use them is at night. So some in the kitchen maybe 1 or 2 way up above to just kind of light the area. But everything else will be like lamps, you know what I mean? Bedside and table side lamp. But please, let me know what you think. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna take another chunk a day. I thought I was gonna get it all done, but I can't. I gotta go. Got a 13-hour road trip tomorrow to an undisclosed location. Oh, my face is just a little itchy. We've got all the main stuff done. The side wall, the wall without any windows, that's going to be the most cozy of walls. I missed a little strip there and a strip there. And then over here, like I said, we're just going to wait for a second until I determine what I'm doing in regards to where the power is going to go, like the little breaker box or something. Godfather Electric, let's connect. And then I just didn't have time for that. Not too bad. Look at that. It's pretty good. I gotta clean up in here again. Not today, but sooner than later. And probably do another trip of just taking things that I'm not using anymore back home. And when I feel like I need them, I'll just bring them back, because it's only 256 square feet, so it gets chewed up pretty fast if I'm not clean. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. We were inside all day. It basically rained all day. And now we've got, I'd say 3/4 of the bottom level insulated. Some patchwork over there I gotta do. Just a little bit on this wall, but like I said, light switch, maybe just a couple exterior lights, nothing crazy. I don't want anyone to really take notice of me up here. Wow, I don't know when the last time I spent an entire day inside was. Probably never. Guys, thank you for watching, everybody. If you like what you saw, smash that like button. Subscribe, because we're just going to come in hot with so many episodes this summer, it's going to blow your mind. Thanks again, Dylan. Proven Hands. Check it out. 6 swag. Super nice belts. Look at this thing. Ooh, girl. Thank you so much, guys. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Oh. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be itchy, but it is. It's very... Lesson learned. Wear proper PPE, people. Do it. I'm just trying to be like one of those cool kids, you know? Ah, refreshing.